And look at Sans, man, on this Lilia. That's a lot of pressure, a lot of damage. And with that, you can see Kyrie already making moves, and Fluffy feels that pressure, man.
He needs to be careful here. Lethal Wanderer will calmly and comfortably be claimed by Kyrie. But notice 4 flickers on the side of ONIC Esports. No sprints whatsoever. So perhaps they can go for the engage and disengage more surprisingly. We'll see though.
If Aura Fire wants to go for the pickoff as well, they have Keyboy. They can just deny any kind of engage. So that makes it more difficult, because if they even ignore Keyboy and go for the other members, then they are prone or susceptible to a wild charge. But look at this.
High stole it. High catch. Yeah, he gets the orange buff here out of Kyrie. And man, ONIC Esports, they're behind on rotation.
We talked about Aura having fast rotations. And we talked about Kai possibly having a better time in the early game against Benedetta. And we've seen High take advantage of that right now. What else can they do though? That's the question. Because one orange buff is great, but they need to keep pushing the tempo and pressure Kyrie so that he cannot be an absolute danger to the back line later on.
And we need to think about it this way as well. Guess what? Aura Fire, yes, in terms of the draft, I would say ONIC Esports, but Aura Fire has done this so many times, that one-dimensional draft that has worked out in a lot of their games. And right now, I don't know why I have that feeling that Aura Fire can actually utilize this. Oh my god!
Oh my god, Black Shoe spots.
Oh!
Fluffy, 1 less HP will not able to help him. And now, Turtle take here. Kyrie will not win. That retribution is high with the heavy spin. Dashes through. And take a look at that. That feather airstrike didn't really connect as Boots canceled it up. But Boots will be the sacrificial lamb as he gets taken down.
Man, again, a very solid take there from Aura Fire as, oh my god, this might be a solo kill.
CW, torn apart memory, deals enough damage to take him down. A brilliant calculation there by the goal leader from Aura.
That is a signature pick for Kabuki, and you see why that is the case. Now the tables have turned. A solo kill for the side lane of Aura Fire, and they are looking like they have the pressure and they have the chance to start snowballing out of control as Sans gets absolutely bursted down. This is that mid-game where the burst damage will start being a lot scarier for Aura Fire.
Kai is also sitting at a 100% win rate still in the playoffs, so that's a massive bonus for Aura Fire, right? That neutral objective control. And now, Aura Fire are actually doing the thing that they didn't do in game 1. They're going to that gold lane. They're actually helping this Brody to get that power spike early. And let me just tell you, if Kabuki gets those items early on, it's going to be a massive... he's going to have a lot of damage to play with once we hit that mid stage.
Mid-game Brody, man. Top control, damage as well.
Ooh, heavy spin connects onto her skills. TW will not survive as once again the torn apart memory deals so much damage. Sans though, reinforcements comes in a little bit too late as Aura Fire, they will not gamble for more. Aura Fire staying very, very disciplined here.
A brilliant move once again. Aura Fire knows the winning lane in the early stage is that Brody. They weren't able to utilize that Popo winning lane in the first game, so now they're really doubling down on it. Even 4 members was placed there. The resources up top. In the bottom side, Fluffy, he's gonna have an okay time. He's not really, threatened by any of these kill pressure.
Feather airstrike to somehow try to steal that purple buff. Keyboy flickers, and in you go. Wild charge, he gets taken down. ONIC Esports now with the momentum high, trying to escape, but the heavy spin and the retribution will actually not connect. Keyboy is the one who gets the turtle. Fluffy trying to escape with that flicker. Keyboy wants Go Diva, and as well as they clear the ultimate disengage by Aura Fire. ONIC Esports winning the trade.
Another Grok who grabs the turtle. You guys can grab food here with grb.to/MPL, 90% discount code, or just scan the QR code right there, right? ONIC Esports though, right now, this is where again, Aura Fire are focusing too much on that neutral objective. They can just go towards that top side, trade this neutral objectives over to give to ONIC, but they're going for another fight.
Keyboy, wild charge for defense. Aura Fire will not have enough gap to close on towards Keyboy here as Kyrie is in the mid side there, and ONIC Esports here still behind on gold.
That's the toughest part, going against a tank Grok, right? He's so mobile essentially with the wild charge, and generally with the CC immunity, you don't really have a lot of options, especially when your team has limited crowd control. But Sans now taking a lot of damage. Aura, aggressive!
Sans here, black shoes, but take a look at the heavy spin. He catches one, CW flickers away, and ONIC Esports, they might look for a re-engage. The sniper does not
Kyrie?
connect, as Kyrie finds the flanks here, but not enough damage, doesn't really connect, as both teams, with that engage, 0 casualties.
Good disengage by ONIC Esports and an initially very good pick-off, or, you know, oh my god, Kabuki!
The calculation is so clean and sharp. Kabuki, flicker, aggressive, and Sans, who had the black shoes, didn't even have enough time to push it. But now Kyrie actually finds some compensation, taking the jungles of the time.
Ooh, good move right here. Trying to find advantages after knowing that you're losing on one of the sides. So ONIC Esports, they have to try and continue to do this if they want to scale later on, if they want to bank on that. Or if they have winning lanes other places, they can try and funnel that to try and shut down Kabuki right now. But the turtle will be contested.
Yep, turtle though comfortably secured by High, but now Keyboy is in trouble. Boots trying to find a flank, and ONIC Esports will not have business just yet. As Aura Fire, again, with the objective control, but now High jumps in on towards Sans. Is this the right player? Keyboy taking a lot of damage. Boost comes
Barrier?
in, and the barrier is making High a little bit stuck, but High still survives.
Oh my god.
But take a look at the passive. ONIC Esports and Aura Fire going at it in the 7th minute of the game.
Even Fluffy picks up that mid lane turret, and again, right, this is the winning condition that I laid out earlier. If Aura Fire plays and contests objective over with Kabuki's side, the gold lane in the early game, and now they can actually transition over to that bottom side, swapping Kabuki's lane. But Rashi, I think we'll dive into the items first.
Skygun helmet completed for High right here, and so he'll have a lot of regen outside of the fights with that item. And Kabuki with the Hunter Strike though, he is an absolute menace 1v1 with the Lightning Truncheon as well. If Aura Fire catch someone off guard, they can absolutely burst him down if ONIC Esports don't itemize correctly. And for now, that seems to be exactly what Aura Fire is trying to do.
Please do note that Kabuki's damage isn't with BOD yet, and expect more damage when his BOD is built. ONIC Esports here, I feel like what they can also do is just shut down Kabuki.
Ooh, it's a bit easier said than done, man. Kabuki is really good at positioning, and on the Brody, right, a lot more outplay potential is available. ONIC go in with the conceal, this is the play. But that Matilda, man, that Matilda is just so annoying for ONIC Esports right now. They cannot get the decisive engage, and Aura Fire can play recklessly, almost crazily, because they can just get out with Godiva, and just like that, they're just going full aggro.
And again, you gotta take a look at the Paquito, because when you pick the Fredrin in lane up against the Paquito, you know that you need to get that lane dominance early on. If not, then the Paquito will definitely be able to outmaneuver you with the higher mobility that he has and the better clear, right? You can see the Paquito has just been such a menace here, taking the orange buff, stealing it away. How? By clearing up that top side and just being more active on the map compared to the Fredrin, who's very immobile.
Freddy can't really do much to try and catch that Paquito. Maybe in the team fights, that'll be a different situation. I think that is where ONIC needs to bank their hopes on, right? In the late game, in a team fight, more solid front line, more crowd control, someone to dive towards the back line, and still solid DPS. They have a lot more tools than Aura has, because it really seems that Aura is going all in that early game. With a 2.5 gold lead, it's significant, but it's not something that ONIC cannot come back from. So they are actually working against the clock.
Let's see once again though, 2,000 goldie Kabuki.
Oh, Kabuki gets on top, and now
Kabuki!
target flickers away, and take a look at this. The counterplay from Aura Fire. Keyboy's in trouble. High pops that heavy spin as Keyboy has nowhere to go. He gets taken down as ONIC Esports. They are somehow in shambles. Aura Fire 5v4. They are confident to find the Lord.
The backup, once again, we said it. This composition will rely heavily on both of... Oh
What
my
the
god!
heck?
What? All right, but...
Camera.
Yeah, we'll rely heavily on Kabuki. A steal though.
Kyrie looks for the steal.
Oh!
Kyrie! He gets the Lord. ONIC Esports, they are still alive now. Boots looks for the engage, but Aura Fire snooze on Kyrie, and ONIC Esports capitalizes on that snooze.
High did not have his retribution ready there. It was still on cooldown yet again. Aura forced it, knowing Kyrie was still somewhere. He wasn't seen in that team fight earlier, but they still decided to go for it. Aura, we've seen them in this position so many times, and they need to learn at this point, right? That play right there, well, that Lord take could have actually been another
nail in the coffin, perhaps.
I don't think it would have been the nail in the coffin, but again, it would have definitely helped them to start getting that snowball going for real. Kyrie, though, says no, out of nowhere. He got 2 trophies for a reason, Arashi.
I mean, he is so smart. He comes in, flanks around, and we were thinking, okay, one member gets taken out from ONIC Esports, it's over. The Lord is free for Aura, but Kyrie says otherwise, man. This is what a very solid jungler can get you, despite the fact that they're behind, despite the fact that, for the most part, Aura is just dominating. Kyrie just finds a way, finds an opportunity, and with that Lord Steal, ONIC can start to mount a comeback. It will relieve a lot of pressure, and maybe it will give ONIC enough space to try and get a pickoff, especially onto Kabuki. We did see earlier, in the middle of the lane, ONIC Esports go for that very aggressive dive to try and make sure that Kabuki gets taken out. He is able to outplay that one time. But if they do it from the jungle, from somewhere where Aura is not expecting, maybe they'll have a better time.
Maybe they'll have a better time. There's a pause here, but Aura Fire need to like stay calm. They need to stay very, very calm because it feels like they're getting a bit too heated, right? They're making a lot of these impulsive decisions without the proper setup. They did get a few kills before they went on towards the Lord, but again, when the jungler is still up and your team's jungler doesn't have that red tree, you really need to think maybe 3 times, 4 times. You need to think it over constantly. We'll see though, because right now it's not looking good for Aura. ONIC Esports with that Lord are going to be able to prolong the game a bit further into that late stage, and when CW gets his items, it won't really matter that he got shut down early on.
Again, they're only 2.5k gold behind. It's not big enough for ONIC to actually be one-sidedly dominated. So I feel like Aura's mindset, right? When games are tough, they have shown that they can actually weather the storm. But when they're winning, it seems like they, as you mentioned, get overzealous, and they figure, since we're winning, we can might as well go ham, go aggressive, and get as much momentum as possible. Here, though, it's Kabuki the Slayer.
Kabuki the Slayer here. Again, in game 2, it seems like he is also performing with his calculation. Sure, he gets... Did he get taken down already?
Kabuki, no, he hasn't.
Not yet.
Not
right?
yet.
His positioning, his calculation, to this point, has been on point.
If you give him his comfort heroes, he does perform, but the thing is, the Brody falls off. That's the main concern for me, right? Yep. Because if they're funneling all the gold into Kabuki's hero, you like him to play something a bit later, like a strong in the later stages, because you know you get those item power spikes a bit faster with the way that they play, with the way that they funnel gold into Kabuki. That's why Beatrix is just such a perfect pick for this man. But ONIC, they know it's such a perfect pick. They're always picking it first here now. And it's a bit, is it expensive? Is it too expensive to go for it as the first pick in the blue side, Arashi?
First, the Beatrix you're saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that expensive. I mean, it's a strong hero that's
going.
Heroes with 1, but Sans, whoa!
Good positioning. CW now at half HP. Heavy speed will catch him as CW is next. Fluffy picking up the double. What the heck is going on? Kyrie trying to find some compensation here. Relieving off the mid lane. ONIC Esports, with this Lord push thing, again, they snoozed.
Yeah, ONIC Esports weren't able to do anything there. They were looking to perhaps go for a concealed play in that bottom side, clumping up together, but Aura Fire read their play out. That was a really good read by Aura. And now they're back to where they started. But again, they're going to have to build back up to that gold lead that they had. And they're going to have to wait 90 seconds for that Lord to spawn. So ONIC Esports, even though they weren't able to get anything with that Lord, it still delays Aura Fire from reaching that mid-game power spike and to end the game maybe in the 14 minutes.
I think they were, initially, Sans was also forced to use his black shoes already, so I wonder what happened when the game first resumed. We'll maybe see later in the replay, but right now, ONIC is still on damage control, and Aura Fire have extended their lead to 3.4k, and look at, for the most part, the damage, but Kyrie, oof.
Yeah, he got... No, he didn't get the orange buff, but CW out of nowhere gets the shutdown. T-Boy finds still. Godiva, Facehugger is in trouble. Facehugger is trying to find something in the backside. Fluffy finds CW. A very critical play and boost. He might be taken down as well. Fluffy finds still. Fluffy is unstoppable. ONIC Esports. Fluffy again with the flicker. Trying to find the play, but ONIC Esports, 3 members survived. but 2 needs to go down in the land of Dawn.
This is why they call Aura Fire the Indonesian Hydras. When you cut one head off, 3 heads appear out of nowhere. Fluffy carried that team fight despite Kabuki having most of the gold, most of the resources.
That is so... It's unfortunate for ONIC Esports. They thought that with Kabuki gone, they can go aggressive, but Fluffy says otherwise, and CW absolutely gets taken out. Boost tried to protect him and provide a bit of crowd control, but against a Paquito, that's a tall order. And now with the man advantage, with the pressure advantage in multiple lanes, Aura Fire will pressure for this Lord.
They're now here, 4,000 goal lead here in ONIC Esports. They are trying to find a play here. They are trying to open up the map. 4 members, 4 members in the Lord pit. High committing on towards this, but he is now trying to find a play. Feather airstrike on towards Sans. Black shoes popped on Esports here, trying to find the right play. Fluffy is already in position to find the base to our top side. On Esports, they might need to take control top side. Beatrix is the one who sent on that mission 4v4 in the Lord pit. 15,000 health. Reset it.
And look at Fluffy again. He's not going to. No, he's actually going for the flanks here, and they might actually look to collapse.
Oh, Circle Eagle connecting onto his stars. No fall damage. Is this a mistake? Godiva needs to be careful. He has the flicker though. Feather airstrike pops to zone the members of ONIC.
They can just keep on doing this. Aura Fire do not need to commit at all. ONIC Esports are the one losing slowly but surely if Aura Fire continues this macro play, shoving that top side and constantly just threatening the Lord take, right? Lilia now is the one sent up top, and without this Lilia is, I think, one of the core members as well in these team fights, and there you go, Aura, go for it!
Circling Eagle connecting on towards...
There you go!
W with no cover. What the heck happened there? Nobody is covering CW. And now, ONIC Esports, will they gamble this again? Kyrie is in the vicinity. 7,000.
No way, no
oh
way!
God.
No
Stop
way!
This guy on this retribution twice taken away from the hands of Aura. And now ONIC Esports with the right disengage. Hi, what is going on with you, my boy?
I think what's going on with Kyrie is the right question. The man is he's a man on a mission here. What the heck once again? So yeah, Hi, definitely no excuses this time. Last time it was on cooldown, this time it was up. He just missed that retry by a bit, and Kyrie, you can't do it up against this man right here. Woo. Even against all odds, Aura had the man advantage. They had the better setup. They had the Akai up against a Benedetta, but it's still the Benedetta who finds that retry.
It's a mistake. Fluffy, quite isolated. He has the Immortal though. We'll see ONIC Esports, 2 members is on his back. Fluffy comfortably retreats. Lord marching top side, bot side. What do you think of the situation here, Rush?
ONIC Esports can use the Lord, but Sans already gets chunked down. Facehugger has a lot of damage, but now with the Lord in the bottom side, ONIC Esports, they have to try and go for, don't have to try and go for a fight. More towers to extend their vision game, their map control will be very important.
It's crazy right now. ONIC Esports basically turned the tides, right? CW is 1-5, but concealed play. They're looking for Fluffy.
Oh my god, Fluffy, is this the right target? He has the Immortal, he gets stunned up, and Fluffy will lose his Immortal. High though, the reinforcements comes as top turret has gone down as well, but Kyrie, amazing and disengaged there with the eye for an eye, as High needs to be careful here, backs away, no casualties from that engage, but Aura Fire here, still in the lead of 3,000. ONIC Esports, doesn't seem like they're behind.
No, not at all. 3,000 gold lead behind, but again, right? It's that item power spike for ONIC Esports. CW has that Hunter Strike now, and I'm pretty sure he has 3 items at this point. BOD, Melvic Roar, and Hunter Strike. With that penetration, they'll be able to melt down the front lines.
They want the tier 2 wall charge. Popped for defense.
Godiva?
Fire though, commits on towards Sans. Sans props that flicker as Boost trying to find the cover here. Distraction.
Fluffy!
But Fluffy with the flicker play with a Razor pops as well. And now ONIC Esports still with 5 though in the mid side. No casualties again. Both teams just going hard at each other.
See, man, this is a crazy game. 3.2k gold lead still for Aura, but in the damage dealt by Axe, it's Facehugger and Fluffy, not Kabuki. Again, this Brody is more of a supportive marksman. I guess you could kind of call him a supportive marksman, right? Because usually when he goes for the kills, he's not the one who deals most damage. He's the one who actually stuns people up, protects that mid laner, and again, like you mentioned, eliminates people with that torn apart memory.
Right for Aura Fire though, Fluffy is one of the main key problems for ONIC Esports. His burst damage comes in so quick, so fast, blink and you'll miss it. So ONIC Esports, being very backline reliant, relying on CW and Sans to output their damage, they have to make sure that that Fluffy gets under control as Keyboy here gets chunked. But with that CC immunity, this is what that Grok pick gives you.
It's all about Fluffy at this point, right? Fluffy needs to make the right call here, and ONIC, they noticed Fluffy was up top, but again, Fluffy, beautiful read there. This is what Fluffy needs to constantly do, being that pressure, being that side laner to actually distract the other members from ONIC Esports as Aura looked for the Lord. But if Kyrie keeps on making these crazy retribution steals happen, Fluffy's plays aren't really going to matter in the end.
Keep in mind, folks, CW is at 1-5 here. Not a fun day for CW.
Not at all.
Our fire here. They might commit to this Lord. We'll see.
I don't know about this, right? Again, Aura don't really need to commit. They still have that gold lead, even though the later the game goes, it's starting to just be completely irrelevant. Still though, they're trying to hold on to it. They're still trying to utilize it to, again, clear those side waves. They still have the better wave control with the turrets being so low. More map pressure as well for Aura Fire right now. Just don't go for that desperate play that they usually rely on, right? That coin flippy play. Because at this point, ONIC Esports can really get so much value off that coin flip play with the composition that they have. Lilia and Beatrix, they can play the long game here.
They can just sustainably harass from far away, and that seems to be what ONIC is going for. Aura Fire will have to find a moment, a chance to go for the Paquito burst damage and maybe supplement that with the burst coming in from the feathered airstrike, and that will mean Sans and CW getting taken out, but only if they can get that opportunity. With how ONIC Esports is playing the vision game and the map control, that doesn't seem to be working out for Aura Fire, but two members showing on top side.
Exactly. This is the window for Aura Fire to actually look for the Lord. They need to commit onto this while the Beatrix and the Fredrin is up top, but they don't. It's a very long Lord take and they go in instead.
Yeah, Sans here popping the blast shoes earlier.
Kabuki.
Catches Sans as Kyrie gets caught in that heavy steal.
Oh!
By Kabuki will not find member, but Facestarter gets taken down. Kyrie trying to find a Kabuki. Sans though picks up the kill as the taunt will find Godiva. Godiva flickers away, but not for long as he too will fall. ONIC Esports with the full control in the 20th minute. Fluffy trying to find Sans here. Slight compensation does not succeed as the Ice Queen wand is just too much for Fluffy to handle.
Oh my god.
He pops the Immortal, but Fluffy survives.
Wow.
What the heck is this guy on?
Fluffy, the one shining member of Aura Fire here in game number 2. He's done so much for the team. He's even survived there, but now he's gonna get caught in the wild charge. No way.
Not yet though.
Oh, black shoes. Fluffy, that Ice Queen's wand
No way.
slows you down. Immortal pops, and he gets taken down. The shutdown will fall to the hands of Sans. ONIC Esports now in the lead with this Lord push Arashi. What do you see?
I see that ONIC Esports, they have momentum here. Fluffy won't be on the map for another 40 seconds, so that means the next team fight, CW and Sans have a window of security. They can go for aggressive plays right here, and there's no real way for Aura Fire to punish. The feathered airstrike is the only thing they can do, and Keyboy will definitely jump on Facehugger if he goes for it.
Let's see. Once again, though, we are entering that late stage of the game where definitely Aura Fire's composition has been outscaled by just the Beatrix, right? The Farsa is very good in the late game, but it can still be matched by the Lilia. The thing is, Kabuki on this Brody, practically no damage to those frontliners.
He is designed, Brody is designed to do burst damage to the back line. So now, with all the factors lined up against them, Aura will try and clear the wave, but look at ONIC.
Yep, ONIC Esports here claiming the base turret in the mid side. Top side might be next as the Lord charges down. All 3 base turrets taken down here from the side of Aura Fire. As ONIC Esports, they have not faked the engage here. ONIC Esports playing this rather carefully, perhaps waiting for Keyboy to use that flicker wild charge. And there you go.
Wow.
That's one. Fluffy is in trouble here as he has no Immortal. Insta deleted. And now ONIC Esports with the 5v4. Boots catches 3. What the heck? Kabuki falls at the base now. It's going to be the main objective. ONIC Esports 2-0.
Clean sweep. So far, it's a 2-0 for